Howdy. This is a bit of a different video. I just thought I would come out here, give a wee update, since my videos will be slightly different for the next couple of weeks, possibly longer. After my crash on my wrestling match with a tree, Monday, Tuesday, one of the days, went to hospital. I thought I'd broke my shoulder, but I haven't. I've damaged the rotator cuff and all the soft tissue around about it. It is a nightmare to move it. It feels horrible. I'm all bruised up here. It's quite cool looking, but it means that for the next few weeks, 2-3 weeks, maybe more, maybe less, I'll not be able to do actual mountain biking. So I'm going to have to get kind of creative, so to speak. I'm going to upload each individual run I did for the Golfie just as like a wee quick clip, just so I'm still putting something out there. Minimal editing in them. It'll just be a case of cutting the start and then cutting the end, just a wee bit of colour grading, and that'll be it really for the videos. There'll be no music, very little talking. I pay for the talking that I do when I'm riding the bike. I'll more than likely do a video where when I get round to washing that. I've just no really got... What is that? That's better. I haven't got around to washing the bike yet because it's too sore on my shoulder to like hold a pressure washer, which I don't do. You should never pressure wash a bike, especially if it's a new bike. So it's too sore to hold the sponge. So I've just not washed it yet. It's just too sore. But I say all the time. Just heard it there. I say that all the time. So yeah, I'll probably do a video giving it a good wash, good clean, and then getting it once over, because it was quite a hard hit I took. It was right in the front end, the bars were quite badly twisted. Aye. Front disc was making a funny noise on the way back. My left crank, either my crank or my pedals bent, because you could feel it like doing that when I was pedalling the way back. So I know there's stuff there wrong. I might do the front wheel bearings before I actually go back to my bikes, and my front wheel bearings are kind of getting shot. At the Golfie, one thing I noticed is either need to look at getting better pads, like a different compound, or getting up to 220 mil rotors. I noticed that nearer the end of some of the steep runs, some of the fast runs, I was definitely running out of brakes. And I've got Saints on that. And Saints have been used numerous times by people that win World Cup races. So they should be powerful enough. But obviously, I'm a big guy. It's a big heavy e-bike. So maybe I'm asking just a smidgen too much. They're also the standard rotors that came with the Diors that came on my Saracen, so they're not the best rotors. Something a wee bit thicker, tiny bit bigger, and she should be mint. I paid for that. The bike's pretty sound. It's been a fantastic bike so far. Basically no maintenance. I've not had to do anything. I had to take a couple of links out of the chain before we went to Bike Park Wales. It was just a wee bit sloppy. And my bottom gear was a bit slappy. So I probably could do replacing the chain, but I'll wait until... I don't know. I'll wait. Got a lot of fancy stuff on the bike, but that doesn't mean I've got loads of money to just keep spending money on parts for it. So once I'd bought all the fancy stuff for the bike, like the Zebs, the Vivid Ultimate Coil, the Saints front and back, the handlebars, that kind of stuff, that was it. Spent money buying that. I built this shed. It's 10 by 20 feet, or 6 metres by 3 metres. So spare parts money is way down here right now. But we'll get there. I'm actually kind of just waffling a wee bit. This is the first time in my life that I've done this. I've also just noticed that I've been looking at the display and know the camera lens. Sorry. I just done it again. Sorry. I'll try and be better. I've never in my life done this type of thing before. Oh, future of the channel, future stuff that I want to do. Right now, I cannot believe the support. Like, I've already got a few guys that are like repeatedly commenting and all that in my videos, and I love it. I feel like it's already the very start of what's going to become a really, really good community. I love it. It's absolutely great. So for the future of the channel, I'm thinking about like going ahead. Obviously, constant riding videos are cool, but like to do other stuff as well. In the actual future, like seeing how the channel goes, see how things go. I would also love, like, I've built this massive garage, so I've got all this space for working on bikes. That's my friend's bike, one of my riding buddies, that's his bike. Like, I've got all this space and real estate in here. We get the big workbench and everything, all the racking for storage and that. I would love to like buy cheap bikes, like buy a cheap frame set, build it, do it up, flip it, maybe do a giveaway, get away for charity. Like, I would love to do that kind of stuff. I love working on things and tinkering, and I have built loads of bikes, so I would love to do that. But aye, as for right now, there won't be any fresh original mountain biking videos for the next few weeks, so I do apologise. I'm saying this as if I've got a massive big audience with hundreds of thousands of viewers, but for the few people that come back every couple of days to see my videos, I appreciate you. We're a wee bit slow for the next couple of weeks while my arm gets better. It already does feel better, but I don't want to jump back in the bike really quickly, especially not back into mountain biking really quickly, and then damage it even further, because I want to just get back in the bike as soon as I can. So I will give it its time to fully recover. Also, I'm no 20 anymore, I'm 31. Kind of takes a bit longer to recover now. It's a bit harder to recover, so aye. Massive plus note. My actual back, in my first video I spoke about this, how I broke my back a few years ago and had to have spinal fixation surgery. So where they drill into the vertebrae, bolt into them, and then there's a rod that goes on either side. So if, like, this is my vertebrae, it's like drilled, and then there's a rod up either side that fixes them all together. I was always worried in case that would hurt when I had a collision, and this was the first crash I've had since I broke my back. And it was quite a hard one. Like, I'm, again, quite a big heavy guy on a big heavy bike. Videos don't do speed or stiffness any justice at all. Fully understand that now that I started recording my trail riding. So I hit that tree at a fair rate and came to a dead stop, and my first immediate thought was, oh no, what about my back? But it's not been seen the slightest. It's as if it never even happened, which is good. Now I know that we can just send it to the moon on everything, and if I fall off, I'm not going to hit that. I'm not going to do that. I have got my wee boy and my wee tank about, so we won't be doing that. But aye, one thing it did kind of make me think about is the fact that I was up there myself. Luckily, the trails are only, on a good day, a 5-minute cycle from my house. But on a bad day, when you're in the middle of a forest that you can only get to by going through fenced country roads, if I was to have knocked myself unconscious or actually broken my shoulder or hurt my back, realistically it would have been hard for somebody to get to me. Got a Land Cruiser, so my wife would have been able to just chore her way up there and get to me somehow, but I think maybe when I'm out myself, I maybe need to dial it back a wee bit. Don't want to risk doing irreparable damage or actually hurting myself when I'm away up the woods with nobody else there. Could be quite a bad situation. But enough doom and gloom. My back's no sore. Don't think there's anything major wrong with my bike. Cranks are maybe bent. Nothing crazy major wrong with the bike. And in a couple of weeks we can go back out and send it. Maybe need to go to a bike park, since it'll be a few weeks then by that point, since I've been on a bike. Maybe need to go to a bike park, speak to the boys and see what's up. I really need to either work out some sort of kind of rough structure for, if I'm going to continue to do this, I need to work out some sort of rough structure for these videos, or like a partial script or bullet points to stick to because I feel like I've chopped and changed all my stories. Just I do like to rabble on. I don't even know if that's the right term of phrase. I like to talk a lot of shite, basically, which is quite good. I've now got this avenue where I can just talk utter nonsense, total shite, for as long as I want. And it's optional that you watch this, so it can't be that shite. Because I really need, the big thing I'm lacking in the workshop now is like actual tool storage. Loads of random toolboxes and tool bags and tubs and boxes and baskets and that with loads of tools in them. But if I'm looking for a specific tool, I need to search through all these random things to find it, which is a pain in the arse. I've got a load of wood left off when I built this, so I maybe need to make myself like a makeshift kind of toolbox type organiser thing. But aye, that's a joke for another day. Right now, get the workshop tidied up, get the bike washed, and then I'll maybe do like a kind of gear check type thing. Maybe a closer look at the bike. I did that in my second video, I think. A bike check, and it was literally just about 20 seconds my terrible attempt at B-roll, and then I spoke about the fact that I had Zebs on the bike and Saints and didn't really say much more than that. So maybe I'll do like I'll write it out so that I don't just talk shite the full time, and I'll do like an actual bike check and like a gear check, an outfit of the day, if you will, but for the pedal bike as well. Thank you very much for everybody that cared to watch the full length of this. You did it to yourself. I can't even apologise. I know I talk shite, but you chose to watch this. Oh, that's one thing. I don't know if this comes up on camera. My mate has got 220mm MDRP Magura rotors on his bike, and it's like a motorbike disc. Look at the size of it compared to, you can't even really see mine in that, but they're so big, they're massive. Anyway, right, I'm actually going to go this time. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all the comments, the support and concern. We are doing better, and be back to moderately sending it as quickly as I safely can. So, ciao.